my fellow comic book collectors, it's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 12? Yeah, part 12. Can you imagine? Part 12 of this unboxing. Pretty, a lot of stuff, some pretty cool stuff. I hope you enjoy the series so far. If you haven't checked out the other parts, check them out. There's some pretty cool books worthy of checking out. This time I'm going to be showing some slabs, this big lot of slabs. There's some pretty great stuff in this video. I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it. One of my favorite covers of all time is in this part. You'll see it when I get to it. So let me just open up this first one. Oh wow, okay, this one's kind of cool. So what we have is Tales of the Zombie #1. Now, a while ago, I picked up Menace #3. I believe it's Menace #3. I don't know where I put it, but Menace basically, is it Menace number? It's either Menace #3 or #5. I always get the two mixed up. But it features like a zombie coming out of the ground, okay? And basically, that is the first appearance of this character. Now, that's a Golden Age book, and it's about a guy who was basically an employer that his employees hated. And they torture him. They torture him and murder him. And they weren't finished with torturing and murdering him, so they brought him back using a priestess, like a voodoo priestess, to bring him back from the dead so they could torture him in the afterlife. That's how much these employees were disgruntled. You know, minimum wage jobs, just just don't trust your employees. I don't know. But the point is, yeah, they tortured him, but the priestess fortunately was on his side. And when she brought him back, she created an amulet that could be used to control the zombie. And then, you know, you could use the zombie to do whatever bidding you want. That was her way of saving him. Now, that was a one-shot story in the Golden Age. They brought back the character, though, in this book, in the Bronze Age, where they, you know, had an ongoing series of zombie. And, you know, it's actually got kind of really nice art on it. Let me just take it out of the plastic so you can see it. And since nobody else was collecting this at the time, it wasn't that bad of a slab. It wasn't that expensive. Let me just, I don't know why they use masking tape, but we'll just go with it. Okay. Let me take it out of the plastic bag so you can see it. See how pretty that is? Very pretty slab. It's 7.5. Off-white to white pages. Marvel Comics 1973. And it is Steven Gerber story, Boris Vallejo cover. So Boris Vallejo is like known for these like really amazing covers. He's really a great artist of that time. And John Buscema and Tom Palmer and Pablo Marcus art inside. So just a really, I mean, stunning cover. And kind of a cool story as well. Night of the Walking Dead, Voodoo and Black Magic, the Thing from the Bog. So really fun book. Actually very clean back. Back looks awesome. Actually for a 7.5, I can see why it's a 7.5 though. It has like a bit of a color smudge right there, and maybe that's what brought the grade down. But other than that, it presents really, really nicely. Beautiful book. So yeah, so that's the first one. That was pretty cool. And this next one is just a cheap slab, but a cool cheap slab. Cheap slab. Sometimes I look for opportunities, and this one is one of those ones where it was just a very affordable slab. Like I think almost the cost of grading kind of level. So this is Young King Cole, volume 2, #1. And it's just a really, I like the cover. I just thought the girl in the red dress, you know, she's like falling off the building, and you got the guy just reaching his hand out, hopefully maybe going to save her. I don't know. We'll have to read it to find out. I always like this one. You got the artist just chilling in the back at the bottom there, painting. Just a really interesting one. So who is this? And it's Janice Valio art. And the cover was by Janice. So just a really cool one. The colors on it are really sharp. Thought it presented really well. It is it's a reasonable grade. So I thought that was cool. But it is missing a centerfold, so it's actually it's a green label. It doesn't, like, a PGX does not use green labels, but they denote that it is missing the centerfold. So that's why it is very affordable. Okay, so next, this one has a lot of bubble wrap. I have a huge amount of bubble wrap around my feet. Wow. Okay, so this is a big book. I didn't realize this was in this one. So this is a good one. Wow. I bought this from, oh, geez. I can see why. I didn't realize it. I was wondering, why is it such a low grade? So I bought this one from Ryan of Automatic Comics. He was really nice to me. He actually gave me a great deal on it. Because this series is actually pretty expensive. But this is Mystery Men Comics. And it's number 12 from 1940. This is an early Fox featured syndicate. And look at this one. He's got the guy. He's got the crop in his hand. He's like beating this poor girl. And you got what's his name? The Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle coming in and rescuing him, or her, I should say. But if you look at it, I mean, if you look at it like this, actually, it's an amazing cover, like in really solid grade. However, it is a 1/8. Why is it a 1/8? Well, it's missing a corner. Somebody ate the corner. Almost looks like they burned it, like went right through. Doesn't affect story, but it's annoying that corner is missing. But doesn't really affect the art, and it's beautiful. Really, really pretty presenting 1/8. It's weird that the corner's missing, but I love it. I just think it's the greatest. Like, this is such a crazy cover. So I've been picking up a bunch of these Mystery Man comics. I think they're really interesting. Who did the art? Joe Simon did the art. So talented artist on the cover. Joe Simon. Wow. Okay, so that's on. Good. This is a smaller unboxing in terms of the number of books. It's just going to be 5 books, I guess. It looked bigger in the pile because there was so much wrapping on that one book. Another low-grade comic, but low grade doesn't mean bad. This one I got for the cost of the slab. This one normally is a very expensive book, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I paid 50. I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks. It was like somewhere around there. Basically the cost of grading and getting the slab. But this is a classic cover. It's a LB Cole cover, and it's Shocking Mystery Cases number 53 from 1953. This is from LB Cole's own syndication, which is Star Publications. And it's just a really great horse racing one with this killer skull up there, like this death jockey or whatever he is. And you got the horses, and it's just a really great cover. Classic LB Cole cover. And for the price that I got it for, hey, why not? Nobody bid on it. Probably because it is in such rough shape. I believe it is complete. It's just that its spine is just mangled. But doesn't really, like, if you do this, maybe kind of hold it. Oh, it's perfect. I don't know. It is a little bit rough, I admit. I was debating about bidding on it, actually, because it is a bit rough, even for me. But actually, I think I'm quite happy that I picked it up because it is such a great cover. And as I said, in a 1.0, it's like $300, maybe more. Um, yeah, I thought it's not a bad price. Cool book. So, and we have what's on the back? Baseball joke book on the back too. So actually, the back is in better shape than the front. But yeah, so just a cool book. Um, Definitely interesting LB Cole cover. Now, speaking of interesting covers, um, I've been wanting to get this book, this next one, for a long, long time. Well, since I first saw it, I should say. And I missed out on it. I tried to be fancy in terms of like talking the guy down on price, and I just didn't realize how rare the book was. I thought, oh, I'll get it again. You know, the guy wanted like $700 for it. I was like, really? Are you sure this is a modern book? Why are you asking for so much money? And I'm kicking myself because that book later, it didn't sell for $600 or $700. It sold for $1,500. It's like, what? I was like shocked how much it went for. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I should have bought it for that like $600 that he originally offered it for, because I missed out, right? However, there was somebody else that had a copy, little lower grade. This is like the other one was a 9.8. This one is a 9.6. Still, I'm happy with the 9.6. I love this cover. I think it's a cool one. For those people that don't know me, one of the things that I collect and sort of been going down this weird rabbit hole of collecting is Popeye. Popeye is actually fun stories. But what they did in around 2015 era, they started bringing back Popeye, and they created a series called Classic Popeye. It wasn't like, it's not like, X-Men or like some big title. It's Popeye. Popeye didn't, for the most part, resonate with the 2015 generation. So it didn't really have massive sales. And as a result, they really didn't get into many stores. And the way you would get this book is it was like one off for each shop, or one if you bought a certain number of issues. Like you have to maybe buy 50 copies of a book and you would get this book. So not many stores even bought one copy of the book, let alone 50. So this is a really rare retailer incentive variant. Just super rare, but my favorite, absolute favorite, one of my favorite covers of all comics, actually. I love this cover. I think it's really cool. And I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully you feel that it's as cool as I do. I think it's something about it really appeals to me. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you. So it's Popeye number 30, classic Popeye number 30. And I really like it. Something about it really appeals to me. The cartoony nature of it, all the perspectives going on. There's a few things that are actually don't make sense, and I'll get to that. But look at Bluto's arm. It's just insane. And then you got Popeye down here. He's going to get slugged by Bluto. And you got Olive Oil. Now, this is the first time I've seen Olive Oil look actually quite cute and sexy. So this is, you get to see her, and she's looking quite cool. I like, that's one element of this that I really like. But it's just a really cool cover. I just think I believe it's Steve Mannion. Yeah. Steve Mannion cover. But just a really cool one. I just really like it. Now, there's one thing that's kind of weird. You got his one arm up here. Where's his other arm? It should be somewhere in here, right? But you just don't see it. That's the only thing I think is they messed up. There should be another arm somewhere in here because, yeah. And it should be of that size, right? So if you grab that size, it should be like here. But it's not. So it looks a little weird. But other than that, I think it's really great. It's a really great cover. And then you can see actually some other of the Popeye covers. Now this series actually had some pretty cool covers. This is just one of many. But what they would do is reprint a lot of the classic Popeye. Bring back a lot of the old stories. So it's just a really cool series, really rare. There's less than 10 of these on the census. That rare for for a modern book. And they do have big sales. Like these, like this made it on the hot list once. I was like, oh no, please don't make it on the hot list. I was actually dreading that because I've been looking for this book for a while. And if it goes on a hot list, then the price is just going to go up and people are going to start searching for it. And I was really worried about that. But fortunately, I did find it. I did pay up for it. Didn't pay the 600. Actually, I paid 500 for it, which is a lot of money for a modern book for me. It was like a little bit of like, okay, I'm going to regret it if I don't buy it. I'm just going to bite the bullet on it. I'm just going to buy it, even though it's a very expensive modern book. But I was, I'm happy to have it in my collection. I really do. It is one of my favorite covers. I just really like it for some reason. So yeah, so that's classic Popeye number 30, the retailer incentive variant. Hope you like it as much as I do. You can tell me in the comments below. Am I totally out to lunch? I'm showing all these big golden age books and then I like some weird modern one. So yes, that's it for this part. If you enjoyed this unboxing, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, please give me a thumbs up anyways. I don't know what to say. And if you really enjoy this video, go over to the link in the description of this video to the CBC Awards, where you can vote for this channel in 3 categories: Best Unboxing, Best Speculation, and Best Monday Specials, ongoing series or something, that I do with Steven. So those are 3 great shows that I do. Actually, I do more shows to achieve that, but I hope you enjoy this channel enough to vote for me for those 3 categories. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.